Hey superstar, it's Gavin Speaks. And there's a lot of craziness happening on the planet right now, right? Russia invades Ukraine, and this is just after the 22nd of the second month in 2022, right? They invaded on the 24th, 2 days after this date. And so 2 is a very significant number right now. And there's a lot of energies that are upheaving and coming and rising to the surface. I want you to know that this is not just a war, all right? I want you to know that there's a lot going on in the spiritual realm as well. I want you to know that what you see on the external world is a reminder to bring more peace to your heart. What's going on in the external world is to remind you to have that equanimity. What's going on in the external world is a reflection of how you need to live life more. See, right now, I'm in Mexico. Okay, I'm staying in my apartment, my Airbnb right now, and I'm working on living life as if this is my last day. You see, most people live life assuming that they're going to live, which is entitlement. You're entitled thinking that you're going to live. You know, and I actually mentioned this to my group, my mastermind group the other day, that we live life like we're going to live. We live life like we're going to live. We don't live life like we're going to die. And that's the problem. You know, so my heart says, hey, I want to go to Mexico. I'm in Mexico. Right? I made it happen. And I want you to make it happen too. You know, there's no excuses to not live your life at the fullest. Oh, Gavin, but I don't have enough money. Oh, Gavin, like I have kids. Oh, Gavin, I got this and that. But we can all make justifications and excuses on why we can't do something. We can put our fears and anxieties in front of not being able to do something. But the reality is it can be done, right? If the opportunity exists, it can be done. It's just figuring out how to overcome those internal objections and those external objections, those external blocks, right? And for me, it's like, if you right now had a gun to your head, right, and you know this thug or whatever you want to call it is like, okay, you know what you're gonna do is you're gonna go do this for me, and if you don't do it, and then I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna kill you or whatever, right? And for damn sure, you're gonna do your best in order to make that shit happen, right? You're not gonna rest on your laurels and kind of do it. You know, you're gonna have that sense of pain and urgency to make it happen. That's how I live life, with urgency. It's like, well, I might die tomorrow. So I got this fear and anxiety that I'm feeling right now, which everyone has. They feel fears and anxieties, right? I feel this, but I'm still gonna do it because my heart says so, because the universe says so, because the Most High says so, right? And so instead, what we do is we use the external fears to paralyze us. Oh, there's a war going on in the world. Why are these, you know, why is there these pandemics and restrictions? You know, we can keep on focusing and making these internal justifications, but we need to live now. We need to live now. Not when Monday comes, not I'm going to start on Monday, not I'm going to start next week, not I'm going to start in the New Year's, not when I'm going to start after my birthday. Now. Now. Okay, so what have you been putting off in terms of what you need to say to someone? What have you been putting off in terms of what you need to communicate? What have you been putting off in terms of your projects, your habits? What have you been putting off in terms of your internal work? What have you been putting off needing to say to your boss or your husband or your wife or your girlfriend? What have you been putting off that you've been wanting to say to your parents? What have you been putting off in terms of an activity like jumping out of a plane, right? Parachuting, or bungee jumping, or trying that salsa class that you really wanted to try? What are you putting off? What are you putting up in terms of managing your money, making a savings account, putting money aside and allocating to your traveling? What have you been putting off and making multiple streams of income? Okay. You see, I use the war as a reflection to see what I'm not doing, that I need to live more. I'm not using it to be paralyzed, right? And most people, the problem is they're paralyzed by pain. And they use that pain to justify, what's going on in their lives right now, and then they stay where they're at. For me, it's like, well, I'm going to use that to facilitate my growth. I'm going to use that pain or that fear, which I don't really experience a lot of fear, but I'm going to use whenever I'm feeling uncomfortable to go for it even more. Some of you, it's getting back into dating. For some of you, it's ending a relationship. This war, this stuff that's going on is a reflection of the war going on within all of us, right? And if I'm honest with you, we don't know what's really going on with Russia and Ukraine. We don't know, right? We got this cabal, right? We got this evil system, right? That is in the world, and who knows what's going on there, okay? I'm not going to say too much, but maybe good's fighting evil. Maybe there's something deeper going on that we don't know about. You see, we look through the eyes and we read the news and we watch the news and we hear and then we feel and then we make assumptions or ideas or we categorize something as bad or good and all of this stuff, but we don't actually know what's going on for real. What if it's the most positive thing ever that there's this stuff going on in the world, even though people are dying, they're being hurt and all this stuff? I know it sounds strange and backwards. But ultimately, we don't know what's to come from it. What's going to come out of it. And that's the challenge I have communicating with you, because I've experienced a lot of bad things in my life, a lot of hardships, a lot of bad things in my experience. And I'm not gonna hide from that. It's there, it exists. But what I'm saying is that those experiences benefited me. I can look at those experiences and be with them in a way that's negative, or I can be with them in a way that's positive. It's my choice, and I choose to use those tools to help facilitate where I'm at right now. I'm living my dream life, and it's not by accident. It's for doing what I just said. I'm living my dream life. I get to make a living online. I help people with their subconscious blocks, their law of attractions, their manifestations, their healing, right? Their trauma, their past. I help them overcome that very quickly, very fast through my systems. And it works really powerfully. And so with that, I get to earn a living. I get to work from my laptop. I get to be anywhere in the world that doesn't require a vaccine, because I don't want to take a vaccine, right? And so I'm able to be where I want to be. I'm able to experience what I wanted to experience. I wake up when I want. Today, usually I wake up at like 7 a.m. Today I woke up at 8:30, because I can and I choose to, and I want to get some more rest, and that happened through my mindset, that happened through my mindset and saying, hey, I'm 100% committed to making this work. I don't care if it takes 50 years, 50, I'm going to make this happen. And I let my heart lean into that. And then I take my mind and I add the masculine. I'm like, boom, let's go make this happen. I'm not waiting on the universe to have this thing show up in my life. I'm a take action, masculine, by being the feminine in my heart. This is already manifested. This is just is. I accept this as my life already. I'm not even going to try to manifest this, because if I'm trying to manifest it, that implies that it's not manifested, and that's the wrong way. The law of attraction. Law of attraction is like the law of assumption is that you already have it, right? And so yes, I send my heart out to what's going on in the world. I send peace, love, harmony, and resolve. And we have to pray and we have to send love. But at the same time, it's like we have to do that in the internal world. We can look outside and be like, okay, I'm going to pray for that. But pray for yourself. Pray for healing. Pray for harmony within the self. There's a war and battle going on in the mind right now with all of you, with a lot of you, even with me, right? And we got to deal with the ego. We got to deal with the heart. We got to deal with, okay, there's a war between, should I end this relationship? Should I stay in this relationship? There's a lot of wars going on. And this is the spiritual warfare that we got to understand. This is the healing that we need to do. We need to get into alignment with the self, with the Most High, which just is, which is unconditional love. The more we do that, the more peace we're going to see in the world. Does that make sense? And yeah, for you, I would love to help you transform your life. I would love to help you travel the world. I would love to help you be a digital nomad and being able to do this kind of stuff and be an expat, you know, and do these things because it's so freeing. You're no longer trapped to the system. And you know, I wish everyone here the best of success with those kinds of things. But I've been there and I've done it and I've experienced it and I've helped others do the same too. I've helped people do a lot of healing and transformation. All right. And that's why I'm supporting people with the free energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session, because that's the first step to acknowledging where you're at vibrationally and where you need to be in order to create that reality more succinct, more easy, more fluid, without resistance and all these obstacles and stuff going on in your life. You're able to manifest way better once you get a free energy reading and manifestation diagnosis session. You'll see exactly where you are and then you'll see exactly where you need to be. And, you know, I would love to help you and support you in getting to that high vibrational frequency, okay? So go to alchemyenergyreading.com or click the link in the description. And, you know, I'm sending my heart out to the people, right?